How's it going, everybody? I know it's been a while since I made a video. I miss y'all, but I ain't really been having the drive to upload nothing. Maybe when season 2 roll around or when Tenkaichi 4 comes out, I'ma definitely be on that. But we're getting sidetracked. Today is about the homie Honda and what I wish for in season 2 for him. So for starters, Honda is a solid character to me. He better than what people give him credit for, but I feel as though he works way too hard for stuff that other characters get way more easily and for more reward and lower risk. So, um, my first, point overall is his neutral. His neutral is like turn off counter hit. So this right here, realistically, Honda, you know, Honda cannot really stop somebody from walking back. That was an over exaggeration. Ain't nobody just gonna walk back like that. But basically, Honda has a hard time trying to discourage somebody from trying to, stay still. Because look, this crouching medium kick is 500 damage. Somebody will still keep walking back, especially a Luke. Is like, what's the point of still walking back if you get hit by this? And then forward heavy kick, that ain't bad. 900, because a throw is 1200. So two of these, that's 1800. That's a little bit more than a throw, so that ain't bad. I give them that. However, this is -5. And Luke, for example, can punish. You see how I just switched to Luke that quick and was able to punish that? It's like he can get punished for it and it's not canceled. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why would that be canceled? It used to be cancelable in Street Fighter 5, which I will show, a little clip shortly after I finish talking about his neutral. But um, this button was way better, so it wasn't a low. I do like that it's a low in this game, but it's not really discouraging enough compared to, crouching medium kick drive rush. Bam. Now I don't need Honda to have no drive rush, crouching medium kick, or drive rush, full heavy kick, or nothing crazy like that. But I just wish he had better ways to try to discourage somebody from just walking back all day. Because when you're walking back all day, then that's basically the next best thing you can do. And if you mid to upper and high level, 9 times out of 10, this gonna get parried. That's gonna get parried. Uh, this is gonna get parried, and hands is basically useless. Hands was much better in Street Fighter 5. It was plus, you know, but this -4. You can still kind of, do something like this. And see, that happens sometimes. You'll be out of reach of the hands, and it'll just whiff like that. I'm -14 if it whiff like that. So you might be asking yourself, why not do the medium? I'm glad you asked. I am -8. I'm -8. So you can't do that. But I can do this. It's -3 is safe. But it's like, why do I gotta spend meter to do that? Whereas, for example, DJ can just do sway, do all this and that and the third to his heart's content. All these top tiers can just do stuff to their heart's content for very little risk and so much reward. And that goes to what I was saying again about Honda works very hard for little stuff. So I don't my take is I don't want Honda busted or nothing like that. Just give me enough tools to be able to fight the BS in the game. That's all I'm asking. Because honestly, Honda feels a little bit undone. That's how I feel. He kind of feels unfinished. But mainly his best button is that you'll be using a lot of standing medium punch. And you'll use crouching medium punch from time to time. You'll use this a lot because you gotta try to at least stop him from walking back. Crouching heavy punch is good. I'll give him that because you can cancel into the hands. It's basically a little RPS if they try to mash. You know, you safe, but of course, if I do something like that, now you get a nice little combo. So, crouching heavy punch is very good. Well, I won't say very good, but it's solid. And of course, you got standing heavy punch. Very, very good whiff punch. But besides that, that's all. And if you notice the speed, 10 frame, you know, standing medium punch, 8 frame crouching medium punch, 10 frame standing medium kick, 9 frame crouching medium kick. Now let me see loops. 8 frame, 6 frame, 7 frame. You know, it's like Honda fighting an uphill battle. You know what I mean? I don't expect y'all to feel sorry for Honda because I know a lot of y'all hate Honda, and that's okay. I don't like fighting either. But yeah, standing medium kick. It's like I'm not gonna use this. This has no range. Like crouching medium kick. Like you basically got to be like right here. And by the time you even at this range, you already in crouching medium kick range. But yeah, that's basically off his neutral. I really don't like his neutral at all. And now I'm gonna roll over to Street Fighter 5 so y'all can see what I mean about, you know, his forward heavy kick and his crouching medium kick. So this is why I say Honda's neutral is kind of whack. So in this game, forward heavy kick, which is, you know, it wasn't a low in this game. It wasn't a low in this game. But, you know, in Street Fighter 6, I will say it's much better in the sense that it's a low. It's a far kind of hidden normal. But the problem is, it don't really discourage the opponent enough to stop walking back. But you see in this game, let me see if I can do it. That's just an example right there. So this is the Sumo Spirit. 2 buttons. I think it's like that in Street Fighter 6. I done forgot already. I gotta get back on there and make sure. But yeah, just 2 buttons, nothing crazy. And it's kind of hard to do it because, like I say, the forward heavy kick is a buttons you gotta mash it for hands compared to Street Fighter 6 where it's an input. But basically, you can do this, as y'all saw, into hands. You can do that into hands. And I feel like Street Fighter 6 should allow Honda to do forward heavy kick into his Sumo Spirit. We already dealing with, you know, it ain't like this would be such a big deal for Honda to have compared to us dealing with Luke, JP, DJ. You know, it's like that would make Honda's neutral much better. That it can discourage people from trying to walk back because as it is right now, you know, as I was saying, Honda can't do nothing. He don't have no way to really stop people from just walking back all day because he can't cancel them. Like even this V trigger, but became very scary to walk back against because you know he was able to go into his V trigger, and then he was able to get Oki out. Same thing for this. But you know, we ain't got nothing like that in Street Fighter 6, but that'd be cool if they brought that back on. But anyway, getting sidetracked. So even his crouching medium kick, it's not normally cancelable, but into the hands, I'm trying to do it. It's so hard. Alright, I'm gonna be all day doing that, but basically you can do crouch and medium kick to hands when you got the buff. That should be transferred over to Street Fighter 6 as well, because again, Honda just has no way to really stop you from just walking back. His walk speed already not all that, so it's very hard to just stop somebody from just doing this all day. There's no reason to really fear Honda or to just not walk back against him, unfortunately. But yeah, again, hopefully the developers see this or they already aware of this and they are taking notes on it. So Honda's clap, which again, I'm gonna show how his clap used to be in Street Fighter V. I'll talk about it in this version. In Street Fighter V, the clap was way better, but the clap in this game is basically very useless. Very useless. That's redundant, but anyway, it's basically ain't really nothing you can do with it besides like using it in combos, you know, something like that. But in this game, for example, so you see, like, I can clap like this, but if I do it late, I just get smoked by, you know, a standing heavy punch. Now with the buff, you can see even that happens. But again, you know, clap used to be better in Street Fighter V because you was able to cancel into different specials rather than just being locked to hands only when the buff is active. Because when the buff is not active, Honda can't do that. Clap is just in a game where people can drive rush. It's like it's pointless. You know, it's nice that you don't have to use no drive gauge to negate a fireball. You know, it's nice to have that to save yourself the trouble of, you know, parrying, but it's like, what else are you supposed to do? Like, even in combos, you can't really use it in combos. Like, you got to do very specific things to make it meaty. So I'll show you an example. I literally just learned this before I turned the recording on. Like something like that. That should be made much easier. That should be made much easier. Because if that was made easier to like link into, Honda's Oki would be much better, and I'll get into that later. But, and this is only from crouching, because if they standing, it don't reach. If I try this, I'm too close. See, I'm too close. You know, you're close enough to get a little command grab if you want to do something like that, but And the worst part of it all is the input. This is a down input for whatever reason. So it makes it much harder to try to, really use this. I wish they found a better way to like make this a different input. Being a down input is not it. Like if he had this consistently, like this is a legit anti. But clap is so weird to do a down input. It's like you hardly gonna ever see it. But let me show y'all how I look on Street Fighter 5. His clap could be so much better. They really, it's a lot of stuff I feel that they did that was, I won't say a lot. It's some stuff that's nice that they did give him on here. But I feel like it's a bit more important things that they didn't give him that's still on Street Fighter 5. But let me shut up. Let's go over to Street Fighter 5. Alright, so the clap is basically two buttons on this game. For those that don't know, this is Street Fighter 5. But the clap was two buttons. This is V skill 1. It wasn't a down input like Street Fighter 6. I don't know why they changed it to that. But what was different about this clap is that it was cancelable into anything. So he can cancel into his butt slam. He can cancel into his hands. Hands is a mash input, so it's kind of hard to do. It's been so long since I did it, but he basically able to cancel into his hands. He able to do that on Street Fighter 6, but the problem is that's the only thing he can cancel into. You know, like he was able to cancel into his super. Cancel into his super attack. But the main problem with this clap, or with Street Fighter 6 clap, that was more or less addressed in this game, was how it dealt with fireballs. So Honda always had a problem. Well, I won't say always. I ain't playing them back then, but I know for Street Fighter 5 when I played them, fireballs was always a problem. So you see, at the very least, I can kind of have an answer for somebody just shooting, two fireballs at the same time. So at the very least, that would have been a punish count in Street Fighter 6. But Honda can't do that. So that's why I feel like his clap is basically useless in Street Fighter 6, besides like a couple of combos maybe. And it's way more useful in this game. Like even this game, you can even do it very easily in a combo. And of course, like I said earlier, you're able to cancel into the special. Am I pressing? Oh yeah. I keep pressing the restart. There we go. But he could do something like that. Street Fighter 6, he can't do that. The only way he can, you got to be very specific with all this specific spacing. It's like, why do we got to do all that? Why can't he just bang, and then do whatever from there? But yeah, that's the clap and why I feel like it's basically useless, and I hope that the developers see this, or that they already are aware of it, that clap is just useless and do nothing really with it. And so these 3 points, I think I just put it all in one, since it won't take me a long time to talk about each of them. So his buff, with the hands. So basically once you use it, it goes away. My problem with the buff is, even on block, even on block, it goes away. So it's like you can't try to do this to just, build up a little bit of chip on the opponent. I'm negative 29. You see what happens if you miss that? That's crazy. But so basically, if you got this buff, you can't do nothing besides just this, or you can't never use this. Now you can use that. You can use this -3, but I don't like being directly in somebody's face like that. Unsafe. But I hope that's something like the buff doesn't go away if I'm doing it on block. Unless they were to make the buff, which this is what I will say. I hope, because the hands is powered up, right? The hands honestly should be plus when the buff is up. That's just me. And at the very least, the light version. At the very least, the man should be able to still continue a little bit of pressure or something. I don't know if that's too much to ask compared to all the characters we dealing with in this game right now. But if that's too much, by all means. But at least, can we just do hands without the buff going away on block? Come on now. And the next thing is Honda's walk speed. Honda, in a game where people just mash and crouch and medium kick even on block strings, and Honda is just susceptible to crouch and medium kicks. It's like his walk speed is just absolutely terrible. So I'll do something like this. Just something simple. Look, still walk. I still get clipped. Can't even walk back out of that. So it's like, I wish they buff Honda's walk speed just a little bit. So if they buffed his walk speed, doing this wouldn't be too much of a problem either, being in range for crouching medium kicks and all that. But him being so slow with these very close range normals, it's like come on now. And the other thing, this wasn't even included. I'm gonna add this in. This is downright silly that. So let me see. Something like this. So Honda basically can't do nothing about this. So if somebody did this, for whatever reason, EX headbutt can get thrown. And I find it funny that JP's EX not command grab, EX counter beats throws, but I guess they was like, that just draws the line that Honda's EX headbutt goes through throws. They just felt like that was too much. Like, the man already struggling on defense. It's like, so for a little bit of context, when people do crouch and medium kick, that's a free EXDP for your character, no matter what they do. So that's why they always have to. Let's see. They always got to do crouch and medium kick jab to make it true block string. Otherwise, if you're trying to do a throw or sneak in the medium, the opponent can just EXDP. But in Honda case, it's basically like if I faked it, he can't do EX headbutt, but the problem is if somebody just do that. And I just lost 3 bars for that. I just lost 3 bars for trying to, to get a punish. Now you can level 1, but if I'm not mistaken, it's how you do Ken Super. Okay. Oh, maybe it is a weird punch. I don't want to hold y'all too long, so I figure that out another time. But basically, level one is like the better answer. It's like, why I gotta use a super attack, to stop basic stuff where other characters can just do a regular EXDP, but maybe that's just me nitpicking. I don't know. But that I feel is a problem for Honda. But the main problem I have with Honda is let me go back to Luke. Just something simple. The main problem I have with Honda is his Oki. His pressure after knockdown is basically you. So, just for a little bit of context, something like that. Okay. Just something small like that. Just a little knockdown. That's a meaty. I can't try to press a button, none of that. And even if I did, let me see. So this the part too. Your pressure in this game, you see, you able to catch walk back. But in the case of Honda, this is a realistic knockdown rate. I'm +3, but you see where I'm at? What am I supposed to do right? +6. Well, what am I supposed to do right here? A little crouching medium kick? What am I supposed to do? The only way Honda gets Oki, he got to spend 3 bars to get the butt slam, and then drive rush, and then you in range to basically stop people from walking back. You see what I mean? And that goes again, that circles back around to what I was saying earlier, is if they made this easier to combo into, his butt slam is honestly his best. See, it's so hard trying to do this. You see, if clap was better and they made it easier to like combo into, made it more plus on hit or something, it'd be much easier for Honda to like stay on top of you. But instead, he basically spending 3 bars. And this is what I was talking about, spending 3 bars in hopes of getting some pressure going. Whereas a character like Luke or DJ can do like a small combo, parry drive rush, which is don't cost much, and still stay in your face, throw loop you and all that. And speaking of throw loops, Honda has no throw loop. When Honda throws you, he is +17. And for those that don't know, that means if Honda were to drive rush, you can easily just EXDP. Even better, let me see. Uh, should be able to level 3 as well. Okay, I can block that. Let me see. Luke's level 2. That's a whole punish. Let me see. Maybe I can super, I'm sure. But it's like if I didn't have super and I did that, I'm basically screwed. And then, of course, mid screen, Honda gets nothing. So it's like all these things that he got, it's like it don't lead to nothing. So This is why I say Honda is basically doing a whole lot for very little, whereas a lot of other characters are doing very little and getting a whole lot from it. But I don't. It's the case of I don't really want Honda like these characters like Luke and JP. Them. I just want Capcom to give the man the buffs he needs to at least deal with the nonsense. That's all I'm asking. just give me something to deal with the nonsense. That's it. But as it is right now, Honda's he doing too much for very little in return. He's a solid character, but he doing too much. You only really playing him if you a low tier hero or you just like the character. That's why I fall in. I like the character. He actually pretty cool in this game, but he doing too much. Like he doing way too much. Now, again, for people in the lower ranks, he is annoying to deal. He annoying to deal with in general. I ain't gonna lie, but he gets much easier to deal with the higher you go, and that's where you really see the flaws in it. And the last thing I mentioned, this is not even an honorable mention, just something I want to add on is that uh, he feels too gimmicky. I think that's the way to put it. He feels too gimmicky. You feel like they want you to do this all day and knock their drive gauge away and just butt slam all day. But it's like once you learn to parry those two, then it's like, what else is he gonna do? What else is he gonna do? And you know, one thing about so as you can see, I got Luke set to walk back. For whatever reason, butt slam is plus, but you can just walk back and Honda can't do that. I can't crouch in, the light kick don't reach. I can try crouching medium kick, but that's a hard read and leads to nothing. Might feel like I'm complaining. I don't know. Maybe I am, but I really feel like it's a lot of stuff that just don't make sense to me about him. He don't feel like he has no identity. Like Blanca has this with the Blanca balls. He basically got the same thing as Honda. So they're like, where does that leave Honda? He just a man with no directions, no kind of. He don't stand out. He don't have his own style. You know, it's like what he supposed to annoy you. A lot of characters annoy you in this game. It's like what is he supposed to be excelling at? But I think I rambled on long enough. I hope y'all have a blessed day and thank y'all for listening. And I will see y'all next time.